Hi, this is Jason, and this is my daily vlog called Living with CMT. I hope you enjoy.
Good morning, folks. Well, afternoon. My tablets came quite early. Well, early for my tablets anyway. They came about 11 o'clock. It's usually about 2:30, so we were able to get out. It's not early though, it's in the afternoon. We've just come downtown just to get out for a bit. We were getting full wall syndrome. Not doing a lot today. I was waiting in for obviously my tablet delivery. I'm waiting in for another delivery as well, but it never came. Just before we left, we had a parcel picked up, so that was pretty cool. It's a beautiful day today, I can't believe it. I mean, we're on the 9th of October, and here we are with temperatures of like 17 degrees, and apparently tomorrow it's going to be 21 or 22, so that should be interesting. It's strange because here I am in Costa, and usually it's busy as hell. And we've come in at lunchtime thinking it's going to be really busy because it's lunch, and literally there's about 8 people in here, so that's pretty good. What else? Yeah, I spent about an hour, after I'd finished doing my video last night, I spent about an hour and a half continuing with my life story. And I tell you something, it's only when you start writing your life story you realise how much you've been through and how much you've got through, and the fact that you're still here is a miracle. Tell you. Anyway, yeah, I was writing last night, and I covered last night subjects such as friendships when I was a child, and also holidays, and a subject that's very important to me, and I listen to attentively, and that's bullying, because when I was a child at school I was bullied really, really bad. But then when you picture what I used to look like, I used to wear trousers with holes in the knees because I was always falling over, I could never keep my balance. I had glasses that were always taped at the sides because I was always falling over and they kept breaking. I kept falling over anyway because of my CMT, and I looked like a cross between the Milky Bar Kid and Joe 90, so I was open to being picked on. As I stated in my video, I don't mind the verbal bullying. I could put up with the verbal bullying. When it got to the physical bullying, that's when it got to me a lot. And that's why when I was 14, or nearly 14, I decided I was going to end my life. So I think very, very, very strongly about bullying. I don't like bullies. Now the funny thing is, what I would like to say is that a couple of the people who used to bully me at school now talk to me on Facebook, and they've actually apologised, believe it or not. You know, they've actually said, we're sorry for how we treated you when we were at school, blah blah blah, we're adults now and all this. And that's what happens. I'm sorry, but when you're a kid at school, you know, you're going to get bullied. It's going to happen. The only thing I said, like I say, most of it was mental bullying, you know, as in calling me names, stripping me up, that sort of stuff, you know, crap. But when it got to the physical side, being punched around and stuff like that, and then knowing that after that, when I eventually got married for the first time, I was in an abusive relationship as well. So I suppose in a way I've always got used to being punched around, which is a sad state of affairs, but you know, now I'm in a sorry for that big bang, someone's just dropped something. But now I'm in a relationship where the only thing I get smothered with is love, and the only punches I get thrown are when we're like being about toy fighting and stuff like that. So I'm a lucky guy in that respect. But yeah, like I say, when you're writing your biography you realise you've gone through a hell of a lot. So I might do a bit more filming in a while if I get the Sainsbury's and my phone's still working. Not like the other week. Bye for now. Well, you remember me telling you the other week that when I tried to do video recording and it wouldn't let me do it, so I had to reset all my settings. But it's just done the same thing again. Only this time I figured out what was causing the problem, so I'm able to solve it now without erasing all my data like I had to do last week. Just sitting in Costa, just about to have a coffee, even though I'm not. No, I'm not, I'm on drugs. Forget I said that. I am not in Costa, I'm actually sitting in Sainsbury's. Forgive me, it's been a bit of a long day and I'm a bit tired. Just about to have a drink and then do a little bit more in Sainsbury's and then head off home. So I'll do a bit more footage later on. Bye for now. I'll just finish off my video now. I've just gone to the bathroom, but I've just embarrassed the hell out of her actually. She was about 8 or 10 foot away from the table when I decided wolf whistle, and she just turned around and she was, wow, when you love somebody you do things like that. Bless her. Yeah, so I've just embarrassed her now. I'll get her rollicking when she gets back, but it was worth it just to see her smile and go red. Because believe it or not, after 18 years I can still embarrass her. I can still make her go red. Call her beautiful or gorgeous or anything and she still goes red. After 18 years, can you believe that? Must be doing something right. I tell you what though, I think I might need a shave. I don't know whether you agree with me, but I look alright, scruff. I think the last couple of days I've had sort of good days because I've been doing some writing, but I've also not felt brilliant because I've been recapping bad parts of my life, you know. It's hard when you recap bad parts of your life to think what you went through. It's nice to see that you've got through it and that you know you're the other side of it and you're all smiles, but it's just weird when you think of what you've been through and what you know you might still have to go through. I mean, I'm 46, so hopefully I've still got about another 40 years left, because I think if I make 85, 86, I've had a good innings, particularly with my conditions and how they're affecting me at the moment. I will actually think if I can make another 40 years, I've done really well. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll do another video a bit later. Bye.
Good evening, folks. Tuesday night at 8:30. It has been a very, very long day, and as you can see from the first two videos, a very confusing day where I didn't even know what cafe I was sitting in. A long story. Anyway, I hope you're all well. My stuff today, to be honest, isn't about the news. Well, there's a couple of things really. The first thing was when we went downtown today, we went into the works in town, and the manageress there knows us really well, and she's told me that she's got ideas for me for my books, and she's going to get in touch with the head office and see if something can be arranged or something. But I believe her because she's always been straight with me. So, you know, keep watching this space and I'll let you know what happens. But it sounds quite positive, that does, doesn't it? Second thing, you remember me telling you that I was watching a series called Narcos and it was absolutely fantastic? Well, believe it or not, while I was in the works, they actually had this for sale. I'll turn the screen around and you'll be able to see it properly, I think. And it's basically the book that, the true story behind Narcos, basically. All about Pablo Escobar's life, how they tracked him, how they caught him, and eventually killed him. And I picked that up in the works today. Now, anybody who's interested in that, in the works at the moment, it's currently selling for just £3. £3, that's all that is, you know. So it's well worth it. The main thing I wanted to talk about today, to be honest with you, was I've just been sitting eating my tea, which just for interest was a homemade chicken and mushroom pie by Deb, and it's absolutely to die for. Trust me, everybody who's ever had a piece of anything, cake she's ever made or pie she's ever done, has been amazed. She is one hell of a cook, I'm telling you, and baker. Just excuse me a minute. Yeah, don't worry, it's not gin, it's my water bottle. I need to keep hydrated, so yeah. And I was sitting just eating it, and I started thinking about irony and stuff like that, and what it is with me being creative and all that. I never shut off and stop writing stories in my head or coming up with ideas for stories. And I started thinking about all the sci-fi stuff that I've ever seen, and it usually consists of, not all but most, the basis is an alien race comes down, wants to take over the planet, wipe us all out, take all the resources, and that's it. Right? And I thought to myself, how ironic is it that we are actually doing that ourselves? If you think about it, in a sci-fi film, they usually either enslave the human race, which we seem to be doing ourselves with technology. We seem to be letting technology make us slaves anyway. Or they annihilate them, you know, so that there's none left. And we seem to be doing that at a race to knots. There's always a war going on, or somebody slaughtering people left, right and centre. So that's the first one, that's the first part of the alien thing done. The second thing is they come down to this planet and bleed it dry of all its resources. Well, ain't that what we're doing as well? Come on, think about it. I mean, we are literally taking everything we can from this planet and giving it nothing back. We don't replace anything that we take. You know, we knock down trees, we destroy habitats and all this sort of stuff. I know I hit on this yesterday with the environmental side, but I just started thinking, I was relating it to stories and sci-fi and fantasy, and I was thinking to myself, we are actually that alien race. You know, we are doing nothing different than what the aliens would do if they did come down and take over the planet. We're already halfway there. They could just sit back and watch. You know, wait till we've finished destroying each other at a rate of knots and then come down and say, we'll have what's left. But by the time we finish, there won't be anything left. You know, the resources of this planet, I'm sorry, but they're not never ending. They can't be never ending. One day there will come a time when it's gone. That's it. All the things that we take from this planet, all the fuel, all the resources, everything will be gone. You know, because we just keep destroying it. So that's the second part of the alien invasion, right? The third one is, if they took over us, they'd try and change their civilization to theirs, or how they live. We're doing that as well. We're doing that as well. I can go back to where I used to live, right? Now, where I used to live was quite a slum area. It was quite bad. It really was quite bad. But I go back there now and there's no history. There's no sign that I ever lived there. There's none of the houses. The streets don't even exist. The actual streets where we lived are no longer there. They're all completely rebuilt, redone, redifferent. They're not even in the same places. Places where there used to be ends of roads are now houses. Places where there used to be houses are now streets. You know, so we're already doing that as well. We're already changing the environment so it's unrecognisable. So I got to thinking that must be so ironic that that is actually what we're doing to the planet anyway. We are turning it into a sci-fi novel. We don't wait for the aliens to come down. We don't need them. We're enslaved by technology. We are killing each other at a rate of knots, and we're bleeding this planet dry. What possibly bad stuff could the aliens do to us that we're not doing to ourselves? I don't know. But yeah, I just started thinking about that while I was thinking about all the stories and stuff like that. It was just quite ironic. Yeah, update. I think people will start to notice on my Facebook wall, I'm starting putting a lot of stuff at the moment to do with prostate cancer and signs of preventing, all sorts of stuff to do with fundraising and everything. And if people don't like that, fair enough, stop me posts. Stop me posts. I'm not going to do one of these posts where it says, if you don't share this, then you don't care, or any of this garbage, because it's garbage, it's rubbish that, and I don't go down that route. I'm not making anybody feel guilty at all. I share stuff because it means something to me. It's a cause I'm passionate about. Not everybody is. Fair enough, that's up to them. But if I post it on my wall, then I post it on my wall. If you don't want to read the post, don't read the post. If you don't want to watch the videos, or you don't want to watch the videos to do with it, don't watch them. I'm not making anybody watch anything. If you do watch them and you like what you see, well, not like what you see, but you appreciate what you see, share it. Share it. You know, because yes, I know there are lots of cancers out there. I know there are, but this particular one is one that I'm passionate about because it's. I'm not saying it's because it mainly affects men. It only affects men, obviously. That isn't the reason I'm doing it. It's something I can get involved with that could affect me anytime. I've had a relative who had it, you know, and it wasn't nice. It wasn't nice to see. I've also had relatives that have had lung cancer and skin cancer. So, I'm not just focusing on the one cancer, but when I raise money for Movember primarily is Prostate Cancer UK. You know, I grow a beard and a moustache, which it looks like I'm doing now, but I'm not. I just haven't shaved, and I will have by the time I come on tomorrow. It's just been a long day and I haven't had a chance. But like I say, if you don't want to read my posts and you don't want to see my posts, that's fair enough. That's up to you. Your choice. Updates. I finished last night, and as you saw in my earlier video, I started writing about my childhood. I started writing about it a while ago, and how I'm doing this book about my life is I am writing parts of my childhood, and then when I remember something that happened in my childhood, I am going back and adding it in as an extra paragraph or whatever. And so far, I think altogether, I've done now 23 pages of my childhood up to the age of 13. Up to the age of 13, I've done 25 pages. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute, I've gone 33 years ago, yeah? So it's going to be one hell of a book. So if you like reading about just a person's life, and I'm not talking about I woke up in the morning and I went down the street. I'm not talking that sort of writing. I don't do that. I'm just putting all the stuff that's made me who I am today. The good, the very good, and the total bad. But it all made me, you know. So yes, I put up with abuse, physical and mental. Yes, I put up with bullying at school. You know, I was suicidal. I've had suicidal tendencies. But they have made me who I am today. A lot stronger person. You know, I'm more positive today now than I've been for absolutely ages. And a lot of it has been to do, to be honest with you, you people out there. I'm doing these videos every single day and I'm feeling dead positive about it. I really am. You're giving me a reason to smile. You know, and it's funny because I started doing these videos in June, and then come 6-7 weeks after doing these videos, suddenly I was writing again. And then by beginning of September, I was publishing, you know, and it's all down to these videos, starting these videos, giving myself, all right, fair enough, I've had to give myself a kick up the backside, but this has motivated me because there's people out there giving me positive comments. You know, they're looking forward to my videos. They're enjoying my videos. And this is me, bog standard guy, 46 years old, Blackpool, nothing special, not famous. You know, I've not got a fortune in money so that I can afford all the latest technology and equipment for doing videos and camera work and all that. I've just got a bog standard webcam on top of a laptop. That's it. Or my mobile phone with me pop thing. I keep forgetting what it's called, pop socket or whatever. And tripod. That's all I've got. You know, I haven't got the money to buy sophisticated technology. Maybe I will have one day. You don't know. Depends if my books take off. Anyway, believe it or not, I've done 10 minutes. Anyway, I hope you're not bored, and I'll do another video tomorrow. Clean shaven. Bye for now. If you're enjoying the videos I'm doing and you want to see more, you can subscribe by clicking the link there. And if you want to see my exciting day from yesterday, you can click up there. Thank you again for taking the time to watch my videos. Bye for now.